Alright, welcome back everyone. Here we are after one day of building on our treehouse, Sakura treehouse. Really not much to it yet. I'm excited to see where it goes. I think it's going to be a really cool build. Some eagle-eyed viewer did find the rating on it. It was a 4 out of 5 star. I saw that in the comments, so appreciate that. I went back and saw it, the picture too, to sort of blend it in to me. But I think it's going to be a really cool build once we get all said and done. Going to build up some of our tree trunk today, I hope. I can get some of our base decorated as well, if everything goes like I expect it to. But I think, like I say, I'm real pleased with how it's turned out so far. You know, typical Rolife set, feels really sturdy. Of course, using the glue instead of the tape they provided is definitely, I think, the way to go. I think it's far easier and much less labor intensive with the little pieces. But if you're new here, this is what I do. I buy these kits and build them step by step, mostly in real time. You get to see all my successes and all my failures, and how I hopefully fix those inevitable failures as they come up. I'm on the wrong page here. Upload daily and just trying to have a good time. We're not solving the world's problems, we're just building silly little models and having a bit of fun. If you see any kits or builds or sets you want me to take a shot at, feel free to drop in the comments. I'm always looking to add onto my list, and I've got the most intelligent audience in YouTube because they'll provide me with nothing but the best of options. But gotta start off building, looks like some of our branch situation. So we'll just bring you on in a little tighter. I think these are gonna be working on mostly smaller stuff today. Got this guy. No, it's not that guy, it's this guy. Yeah. I didn't think to label any of these before I pulled them off, so I'm sort of having to go by the pictures. Alright, get you all the way that all the way in. Yeah, I think so. Oh, and forgot to pull Snoopy on, so let's get him there. Now this goes. Nope, wait a second. That's the wrong spot. And I was supposed to have that arrow up. I don't know if it's even going to show up on. There's an arrow inscribed on there. And this goes in the first slot here. That might have been while I was having issues with it. And then this guy goes into the third slot. Okay. I guess it's supposed to be uneven. Seems like they would make those. Yeah, it is a little bit shallower. The notch. Okay. Now we come over here and we're at the got our sign here. So it's going on to this branch. We're supposed to sort of bring it in and do that with it, I guess. Okay. It sort of does line up with our established trunk. Now, these are the parts I'm sort of interested in seeing how it goes. We're actually going to start building up the inside dimension of our trunk. So we got this guy, the little rounded area on this side, goes into this tab. Alright. This guy, a little curvy bit here, is supposed to go onto these two tabs. And that's gonna line you up. And that's sort of not perfectly filling in that notch, but it goes right into that. Yeah, that's cool. Wasn't sure how that was going to work out, but now that I'm looking down these things, they are parallel, so we should. Same thing over here. I was sort of, when I was putting them in, I guess, well, I didn't do them. They were the front to back and side to side, so they looked like they were out at 45. But that, yeah, okay. Somebody thought that ahead. Somebody a whole lot smarter than me thought that out. Okay, cool. That's all for that half of the page. We're working on starting off on page 10 tonight. Like I say, with Rolife, it's their numbering system is apparently, to me, it seems a little random. So Just had to sort of guess. Just go by the page number rather than the step anymore. Finally figured that out. And now this guy, a little picture of our little bedroom or a house, mouse house in the bottom of our tree house, I guess. Slips onto those. And then bring these pieces all together from the bottom, like so. We got our outline for this guy, so we know which way is which. Yeah, okay. We'll use our little brass tacks. They're supposed to. There. Lined up. I'm assuming you're supposed to go all the way in. Yeah, that feels actually pretty secure there. Cool. And this guy comes in sort of, okay, make it one big piece and blends in pretty good. This should be pretty close to lined up in here. That one popped right in. These guys. I think I felt it going in. There it went. Now the last one should be lined up perfectly anyway. So. Yeah, well, no, didn't go all the way down. There you go. Brass tacks through there. That feels pretty solid. Now these guys, let's just go on here to cover up our. Alright, so we got a little bedroom scene in there. And, didn't break anything, but got a nice little tree trunk started. And moving on to page 11. I was trying to do it. I think I messed up here. I think I put all the page in one bucket. I've been doing it 2 buckets per page. And my stain marker ran out, so I was trying to use a different one, but it's got a little bit dark on that piece, so hopefully you won't see that one. All my stain markers have died out on me. Get to craft store and pick some more up. The hardware store one. Probably hardware store will be cheaper. Get you in. And left it. There you go. And that's got a little bit of a kick out to it. Or sort of. I think it's supposed to have a little kick out to it, maybe not. Definitely got a wobble to it. That sort of, I think it's sort of make that sort of tree-like shape. Alright. That should end that side. Now we're moving over to you. Yeah, I can see this thing on our picture, so I know on the right page. Or the right quadrant anyway. Start with you. All the way up top here. Looks like you're going to blend in with our canopy and the side here. Nice. And then just working our way down with all the shapes. So your bottom. Nope. Nope. There you go. And you. And Or start on the next level. I think I'll see if it works any better starting at the bottom. Got a little tricky there at the end. I think it's going to be tricky on the last piece no matter what we do. Yeah, still getting that sort of sloped outward. It's a very slight slope, but it's... There we go. Alright, digging it. Now, except this guy is the start of our next piece, so it's going to tie in up here, it looks like. There, and then onto. Alright. Cool. That. End of page 11, on to 12. That's not what I was looking for. Okay, I got them out of order. Or I didn't pull those pieces. Yep, it appears I forgot to pull this side. Yeah, I don't have them. What else I got? Nope. Okay. I'm going to go grab those pieces that I obviously forgot to pull. I think I forgot. What was that? Yeah, I just skipped a page. That's what's happened here. I didn't pull anything off this page, so I'll be right back with those. Okay, I'm not real sure about how that happened. I was rewatching an old TV show, so I might have been distracted when I was doing this, pulling the pieces, so gotta be my fault, but still embarrassing. Okay, so there we got our outline on that piece to go, so we know which side we're going on the right side. This one here. Okay, we're probably going to put another piece on this side to lock it in. As a matter of fact, got to do that right now. I still miss pieces. You want to go back and do it not watching TV show. A little bit. I'll pop you on there. Alright. And then this guy goes in like we've been doing. Okay. And now we're going to work our way down. So on facing that way. And yeah. I'm trying to do the middle last this time. It doesn't seem like once you get down to that last little bit, you're getting tight on space anyway. But maybe by the time I get to the last quadrant over there, we can have a system figured out. Let's see how this works. Okay, yeah, I believe that was a bit easier, so that's probably the way to do it. Just get the middle filled out last. Okay, so we're got 3 sides done. Just one more to go. Here, got some more cherry blossoms to mount, so we gotta knock that out first. Give it a minute or two to set up. Just like last night, we got the silhouette on this side to line up, and then we got our little indicator, the Y and the star, so we know those are supposed to go. So I think this is a fairly new. It seems like I might have seen that on one of the other cherry blossom sets I've done, but it's the first time I really noticed it that I remember. Do a few dots here. Of course, the silhouettes are a little bit easier to know where to put the glue. Swizz around there, get that glue spread nice and thin. Now, it looks like this branch is pretty solid with the coverage. Just gonna dab it on around there. Twist and turn and get you situated just so. Alright, now we're supposed to be putting that together now, but I think we can do that. It looks like we're going to be able to do this after the fact, so I'm going to hold off. That gets mounted onto this guy, which is, it's like he's not our top dog, he's our second to top dog. This is top dog. Here's base. And you. And then this one goes in. That. Okay. Like I said, that's going to be our cherry blossom mount. So, start off with you, and the teardrop goes down, so you and onto there. Skip that one for the, oh, save that for last, I think. Trying to do it upside down. I think I should have access to that, so I'm going to actually go ahead and put that on now. I'm going to give that glue a few minutes to dry while I work on some of the other aspects. Okay, underneath there. Okay. Yeah, I got a few more buckets to build. I'll come back and put that cherry blossom on last. After I make sure that glue's good and sticky before I do anything too drastic. As we move on to page 13, got pretty straightforward on this section. Let's see here. Let's do an individual cherry blossom stickers. Go on our X's here. Come up, so I'll use you. Now, Okay, and we're going to be covering up our this guy with one more sticker. Once we get mounted in, it goes here where our cherry blossoms are gonna be. Let's get those studs in last night. In there. We're just covering this one up. Cherry blossom sticker there. And then L2. This, we've got 4 of them, goes over these 4 X's, or crosses, or T's, or whatever you want to call them. Like so. Alright. Now, down to the bottom half of page 13. And let's see. Starting over this section. There. Okay, we got a 1 and 2, 1, probably, okay. Got 3 1s. $29 looks like. Yeah, this guy. Just go right there. Those. Get the pressure on the. There we go. Leverage to punch it in. And this one and this one, so they're both labeled 1s here, so that's, yeah. Okay, so this is going to be section 1, this is section 2 over here. Okay. Figuring out the system as we go. Started, maybe, with tweezers. The old reliable handy dandies. A little extra pressure there with the tool. And you should go in this next pair of slots. Some depth going. Now, let's have this one going over here. Trying to show you all this. It does work. Get some leverage on there. Jiggle it on. There we go. Alright. Okay. Now, that's all for 13. On to 14. More landscaping and a couple of blue, what appear to be tree trunks. Well, actually, a blue tree trunk on this one. So start. Oh, more stickers. No, 3, so that's 3. Here. individual singles. Nice. Not doing a lot of depth to that one, but just a little. I got the, it's got that like I was talking about last night. I got that sort of a, I'm calling it a pearl coat. It's sort of more of a copper coat, but sort of that sort of, you know, like I say, it's got a little tint to it. Let's see here. These two, I think, yeah, on the sides, here and here, sort of match up. You guys go the back section here, so back here, yeah, that appears to be fit pretty good. Now, you in down through there, semi-solid-ish. And do our work over here, here. Got the little divot that's supposed to be towards the front, it says. Okay, so we got a little, I don't know if it'd be a tree stump or, and actually, hang on. Let's see. I got a bluish one there. Hadn't had the paint pins out lately. You know. That's not very blue. Let's try the other side. Thick boy side. There we go. Blend a little bit, won't be. Wasn't planning on doing this, but that brown against that blue was standing out too much for me. Which also means gotta try and do this. I think I caught this particular set of markers on sale on a deal of the day or something on Amazon. It's, I think $9.95 for the set of a gazillion of them. I gotta figure out which side. Okay, so we're doing. I'm not trying for a perfect match, just a little blending. Make it somewhat close. This pressed wood, it also soaks in super fast too, so it's hard to make it. It'll discolor a bit, but like I say, it still gives us a little. I'll see some more later on. We're probably going to have to do this too as well. Now that since I've started, you can't not do it. Let's see. Ooh, it goes towards the front, it says. Okay. Yeah, that suits me a little better. I think I got another one of those stumps coming up next too, so. Yep, okay, so then, yeah, that's all the bottom half of this page, so. We'll try. I don't think I've got a lighter blue than this on my other ones. Maybe not. Let's see how. On the backs, yeah. Yeah, it's too blue. I think normally I do this off camera, but since I think this is going to make, I don't think we'll get to the other ones I was going to do tonight, tonight, so I will get those done tomorrow before I record. I think that was, yeah, this is the one I got to do all four sides. Alright, now, let's see. And this is the back. I put it on backwards one because it wouldn't fit. Okay. Okay. There we go. Okay. So that's on 14 and 15. Okay. Park bench. Shouldn't be too terrible. Either end. On the bottom. Armrests. And then into these four guys. And sink on through. So we got our studs on the bottom there. Almost an Adirondack chair, but not quite, I don't think. Okay. Now you install it here in front of our little bedroom window. It's going to be snug right up in there too, isn't it? Okay, there it goes. Alright. Cool. Now, where are we at here? Let's do a little bit more. I think maybe one more page. Oh, I'm still on page 15. Okay, I still got the bottom of 15 to go. Never mind. Jumping ahead of myself. Okay, got this guy. Here in the middle. And either side. They said do the middle one last. I should have listened to them. Okay. On around here onto this one. Nice. Just up against the tree, and then you go into this slot. Like so. It's been a few minutes. These cherry blossoms should be sticky enough for us now. Find where they were going. Okay, there we go into here. Hope I was right. Yeah, we're going to do when it pops on in. Not much drama. Love it. And what we got next? Where are we at? Getting close to that 40-minute mark. Not quite. We're almost. I think that's far enough. Cause I say the next bit I'm gonna this is where I gotta add extra paint in again. But that's got our tree trunk pretty well in place, and a little bit of our decoration here. Got some flowers to make. So that's gonna go in tomorrow. I'll take a peek right quick where that ended up at. Where are flowers going? I may want to try and do this. I think the flowers go over here. I'll let them wait till tomorrow. Progress is being made. That's the important part. If I'd actually pay attention to what I'm doing, it would make it quicker. For me, I guess it wouldn't be faster for y'all. But I'm excited to see how this turns out. I think it's going to be not huge, but it's definitely going to take up some space on the shelf. That's a tall tree there, and of course I don't know. I guess the treehouse is probably going to take up that much space. I guess it looks like they left this blank for us to build our house out of. So that's be fun to find out where that goes. But I'm going to call that tonight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Like, subscribe, comment, complain, share. Do whatever you want to with all of that. Be good to one another. Stay safe, and click on a link. There's my channel up there if you'd like to subscribe. There's my other channel if you want to see me do experiments a couple times a month. Down here is what YouTube thinks you should be watching, and that is a playlist for this whole build. I'll see you tomorrow.